for this initial push to get you all into a position where the mayor that comes in wouldn't have to come in and maybe not work all the time. You know, it could be more of an administrator and that sort of thing.
You're saying you wouldn't have intention of running for mayor?
No, absolutely not. The only, I guess, if the only caveat that would be to that, if things are going that well and you thought you couldn't do without me, if all of them said, well, you want me to do that, but that's it. That's really it.
As far as dedicating time to the office, my actual office is downtown here, so whether I'm sitting in the mayor's office or sitting in my office, I would be available. Like Doug said, it's going to be 24/7 for a while. But I also feel that this interim position is not a time for a mayor to step in and start making sweeping changes. It's a time to prepare for November for whoever does get elected at that time. The mayor that stands in now needs to work hand in hand with the city council, with the current employees, to get the doors open, to get the books opened up, and to give the city of Salyersville a chance to grow.
I'd be willing to work free of charge to turn it around. I have the connections to really make a difference as far as getting money and funding for the city. And that's, you know, there's a lot of good people running for this job here. And myself, you know, I don't want to step in front of anybody. I'd like to see someone else have it myself. But I can do a lot for this city. If you need someone, I'm available.
I don't have no axes to grind. I don't have nothing like that. As far as connections, I think I can work with the county well. I can work with the federal or state government well. I know people there. I've been involved with this city for 30 years. I've been on city council, been on school board, tried to make a change in a lot of ways. And I don't think anybody ever tell you I tried to do anybody wrong when I've done it. I think the main thing is for the council to work with the mayor to fulfill what the council wants, not what the mayor wants. You are all elected to run the city. The mayor's elected to do your wishes, and I will do your wishes. As far as time factor, I'll give whatever it takes. I have no waxes around that. If it takes on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm just working part-time in my office. I work part-time at the job corps now. But I think the mayor ought to get off the running. I will run in the fall. I'll tell you right now, I run once. I'm going to run one more time. And if I get in here now, it'll give us a head start. We'll have 5 months ahead with the mayor. You need to be in there to make the decisions and to help you guys do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you have any kind of affiliation or promises to any higher official in this county to help you get elected?
No, sir. I did go to see Dr. Harvey. I said, can you get along with the city? I know the city's not been getting along with the county for a long time. And he said, yes, I will. He said, yeah, I will get along with the city. Because he said it's been too long that we've not gotten along. There's too much money out there. And if you don't get along with the county, you know, we're spinning our wheels. We need more resources. The county brings in a lot of resources that should be used in the city, to be honest. We're a part of the county. We're just not our city of Salyersville. We're part of the county. We pay county taxes too. We should be getting a lot from the county. And as a city, we give back to the county. And if you can't work with the judge, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I like Dr. Harvey. I have no problems with him.
I think we need to be united.
And I think that you got to be united. And I'll tell you what, Dr. Harden's chairman of the Big Sandy Ad Board. Let me tell you what, if you got a person from McGoffin County on the biggest, that's going to bring all the money to us. Sorry, probably a young one wanting money. Excuse me. But I'm just saying, I don't have no axe to the grind. I've not been promised nothing. I didn't promise nothing. I don't give nothing. The city's not going to give the county nothing unless they deserve it and they can work with us. I don't expect the county to give us nothing unless we can work with them and we deserve it. You know, we got to show we can do ourselves first before we start asking other people to bail us out. But the first thing we got to do is find out where we're at. I don't think nobody in this room knows where the city's at. As far as finances, as far as anything. Do you know how many rates you got, how many trucks you got, how many employees you got, what the bank accounts are, how many accounts you got, how many credit cards are out, how many cell phones you're paying for? No, we don't. And it's about time somebody got in there and start doing it. And I said, I think the mayor ought to start now, and I'll run in November from elected in. It'll be 4 more years of the same thing. And I will get it for 3 more, whatever. And I'll get along with everyone. I like everybody here. I have no axes to grind. I like Doug. I've been with Doug a long time. Me and Doug's been through politics, the garbage dump, everything in the world. Rick, same thing. No Josh, his little fella, my weight room worked out and stuff, played football. You know, I know all these people. I know everybody works here. I'm not mad at nobody. I ain't going to Paul Hart for a chief. That's crazy. You don't come in here and start running people out. You start telling people, let's start doing it the right way, and I think you'll see a lot of change. And I think if you've got a leader, the mayor should lead, I'll lead them. And you guys tell me what to do, and we'll make the city serve what it should be. And it shouldn't take a whole long time. People say it's gonna take, no, it won't take a long time. If you get along, if we can get along, it ain't gonna take a long time. I'll go to bat for you. I'll go to state, I know the lieutenant governor personally. I'll go down there. I said, we need money. You know, if we need something to county, I'll go to, I ain't afraid to go to Dr. and ask him for something. I'll go to Johnson County. I know the judge over there. You know, I know a lot of people, but I've not been promised nothing. Don't want nothing. If in 4 years it's doing great, I'll turn it over to somebody else if you all think it should. And if it's doing bad, I'll resign before then if I can't do the job. I promise you that. But I meant to do the job. I didn't run last time not to do the job.
But I'm saying, since the candidates themselves has heard the other candidates speak, would any of them like to say, pull me away from that, don't put me in?
Well, Jeff, I think, personally, I think right now is one of the best times if everybody just stays where they are and lets you all realize that these are the kind of hard decisions you're all going to have to be making. And you might as well get used to them now. So it's really, I think we're all going to honor what you say. But I think you all leave it as it is and make the hardest decision. I know you're all shaking in your boots and you dread this, but you need to go ahead and do it.
But just let it be known, though, that I truly wish that we could pick every one of you for something.
I believe this whole council feels about these people that have spoken.
If we could put you everyone on something with the same, I'd love to do that.
I want to say this, if we can't come to an agreement here tonight, this council, I don't want it to divide this council. Everybody has their personal opinion on what they think's right, and we have to do what we feel is right. We all have to do that, or we should never run to this office. We have to make our decision based on what we think is right. It's the same way if you people were sitting where we're at. You would have to make that decision tonight just as well as we. Shouldn't be never nothing personal.
This council has really come a long way in 6 months. Now, you might not think we have, but look what we have done. And this election, once it's over with, then it'll be over with. We gotta push it to the
We do
back.
have to do it.
That's right.
And go ahead and go forward and work with everyone who gets to sit there.
If we can't decide it and the governor has to, I'm willing to work with, I don't care who he decides. We've got to do it.
Well, I feel like it should never reach the governor. We ought to take care of it locally.
I would love to
We
see
don't do it
that.
It's our
tonight,
job.
we need to do it.
It's our job, that's right.
He will elect one.
30 days.
In 30 days.
The law says that when the mayor resigns, retires, the council has 30 days from the date of vacancy to appoint a new mayor. It could be anybody qualified within the city. That's their job to do. And come back out and make any nominations to they have, then the council will vote on each nomination. Basically, when you get a majority vote on one person, that person will be your mayor. You vote 1, he don't get it, you go to the next one. If you don't get it, you go to the next one. If you don't get anybody tonight, you adjourn, think about it a while, call another special meeting, or do it at the regular meeting, and go through the process again. You got 30 days. Another thing the council has to do, and needs to do this immediately, is send a letter to the county court clerk and the Secretary of State that there is a vacancy in the mayor's, and if we appoint somebody tonight, you vote on somebody tonight, we'll say who the interim mayor is at the same time, but basically that's to notify the county court clerk, Secretary of State, that we're going to need an election. And the statute requires that happen immediately. So that's the process. And just for general public, there is no clear guidelines and established procedures on doing this the right way. I think Councilman Ross will agree with me that you call the League of Cities and them, and they basically say, statute says it's the city council's job, go do it.